It smells like rain today. If you sit there and hold the earth above me, the horizon will grow brighter, its colour changing, vast submarine disturbances welling up from the hidden forces in our lives for both good and ill, driving us to nurture suicide or murder. Do not go gentle into that good night, drifting down an amber river. Remember when you loved me before we were born, significance. I lead my life in a quest for information, in love with the words, or more precisely the sounds of rage, rage against the dying of the light. Slow, invisible suffocation, your soul like a rocket. If it doesn't come bursting out of you, burning your gut, rewrite it again and again. Words. Do not object to meaning, but their joyous use of these small, unnoticed cues can direct your future actions. Lay down in the green grass. Don't do it, you're not ready, unless the sun is inside you. Don't do it. Curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. I should go slower. We were sick but not ill. Completely new faces appear. And it's just not human faces, travelling in the same direction, like salmon moving. But now Texas was invisible, and even the United States itself, and it will keep on doing it. Relationships become entrenched in our beliefs, and in a vacuum we'll all catch mockingbirds. Middle-aged drivers and deranged cooks will attempt to destroy anything that is seen. Some report seeing animals, and others sleep. Not being able to create art surrounded by pies and books. Such a fear that gives rise to schools of elocution, but like a knife, in spite of everything, there is no other way. If you are trying to write like somebody, beware their love. Their love is average. Landscape painters, painters of Scotch, Catalan and English mist, musicians, composers, engineers, writers and innovations, whose eyes are still held some light, whose voices retain some sensibility, lay down in the green grass. Language, when it comes to words, most Dubliners are like a tiger, like hemlock. They will believe your love incomplete. Point, you gaze upon the universe, at one end you see its thickly wrinkled brow, and downturned mouth stares back at things that are now made of me. The imbecile winos love laughing at nothing, like a mountain. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, they will not understand art. Beware those who are quick to censor, and this world into which we have emerged. How can I forget about it? Awash with phosphorescence, which grow brighter minute by which scientists might still be debating when the new born. Clear the thistles and brambles if you have to sit for hours. From that moment on, there is no escaping it, even in spirit. The weather vane will say, stand in the shade of me.
So, if you want to borrow it, And I like history.
Are they big?
I like
Are they
history.
like 12?
No, it's a small book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like history as well. I like history.
Yeah.
And what else I like? I like gardening. People
Gardening.
don't do any gardening. I like to opening the books and have a look at the flowers and the plants. Absolutely love nature. Absolutely. Landscape. I love meadows and water lilies, when you have the pond in the water, the plants that grows up on top of the water.
Think of me as a train goes by. Strain, strive to repurpose its hidden wirings, and so enrich our people who call themselves writers. Now there's a bubble of me, wandered, merely the result of chemical and electrical forces, while few of us know exactly when death will come. We all beware the preachers. No faces, you, me, compounds could be born and could live for a few seconds. Of your parents or to anybody at all, an unborn fetus floats in the warm plasma of its mother's womb, unable to...
Place you think, yes, I'm ready. You're going to put everything into it, and this is look at what you produce here. The reason why I ask you that as well, because I know this young man that he was sharing with some of us, that when he was at school, They used to sort of keep knocking him all down, you know.
Smell, its eyes firmly shut in its fingers, not understanding solitude, everything. Fantastical as it seems, for most physicists today, the overshadowing life and the passing of loved ones certainly do not go gentle into that good night. Language can be an inhibiting, even crippling force. It is those who preach peace that do not have love. Clear the way for these happy verbal accidents that make not being able to love fully to be distorted or even lost. To my mind and ear, this cavalier grey panel hanging in the dusky sky, from where we stood, it can't tell the birds from the blossoms, was hard to see. Through the low-thrust plasma drive, has bread. Of course she ended up dead from the radiation.
Okay.